Okay. Could you please introduce yourself, please?
I'm Rudolf. I'm a neuroscientist working in the Biomedical Institute here in Mexico.
Okay, thanks. Could you speak us about the question of your research?
Yeah, let's say the main question that I have in my research is to understand how our biological clock is organizing our behavior and associate that behavior with the functions of our body.
Okay. Can you explain us how the complexity it's related with your research?
Well, the brain is the most complex organ that we have, I think. And so we are constantly trying to understand how our brain works. But since we have to do it with our brain, I think we will never be able to fully understand ourselves.
Okay. And
is that complex enough?
Yeah. The last question is, what is the next step that you are pretending to do next with taking apart all your results? What is the way you are going to go for new?
So what I already said is that what I try to understand is how our biological clock is organizing our behavior and is at the same time also organizing our physiology. And what is very clear, and you have heard it in the last presentation, is that our behavior, like food intake, needs to be very well synchronized with our behavior. And for a very long time people have thought that is only be driven by the clock. But what I think, and that is the part that I would like to focus on in the next few years, is that the clock gets feedback of what we are doing. And that feedback will also change in the way in which the clock is working. And therefore, if we do not behave in the way that our clock is saying us, for example, if we are active in the moment that we are supposed to sleep, or if we are eating at the moment that we are also supposed to sleep or not eating, at that moment that feedback of food intake or that feedback of activity will change our whole system in a way that then also pathology will develop. And that part I would like to understand in the next few years.
Okay.
And the last one. Can you tell us about the role of complexity in your research?
Well, that's what I just said. So the brain is the most complex organ that we have, and to understand that complexity is a really enormous task. And what I try to do is take a very simple part of the functioning of the brain and try to understand it. And that, let's say, interaction of our clock with our body is sufficiently complex for me.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's all.